How's it going, guys? It's Josh Aruda, current D3 basketball player and aspiring basketball coach. We're here to break down the number 14 ranked West Virginia Mountaineers, coached by Bob Huggins. They're coming off an ecstatic victory over Oklahoma State and Cade Cunningham last night, where they were down 19 and they were really resilient. There's a lot of reasons they came back, and keys to beating a team like this. Oklahoma State did well in the first half of this, but not so well in the second half. They kept them off the glass. They made Culver uncomfortable. They limited McBride by getting him in foul trouble, and they were good in defensive transition. If you can do all those things, you can beat this team. They did it in the first half. Let's get to the starters. Number 4, Miles Deuce McBride, 6'2" point guard, averages about 15, does everything for him on offense and defense. He's really, their number one scorer, their go-to guy. Like I said, in the first half, I think he only had 2 to 4 points, and he was struggling. He got in foul trouble. But second half, he came back aggressive and really got this team going, hitting a couple big threes and really just making clutch shot after clutch shot down the road. He looks a little shaky on defense, but that could be because of his foul trouble. He was kind of, a little passive, wasn't really sticking his hands in there, but he does average 2 steals. So Derek Culver, number 1, he's a 6'10" forward, center, averaging a double-double. That's all you need to hear there, 1.2 blocks per game. They're really looking to get him on the low block. Here they actually run a set for him. He sets a screen, fills out, can't get it to him right away. He finishes. He's really patient down there. He likes to turn over his left shoulder for the right hook, but he can use the left as well. He's resilient on the boards, and he's a strong finisher, really aggressive finisher down there. Will shoot the mid-range as well, but he's not as comfortable. The free throw is about as far as he'll feel comfortable shooting from. But I would say, if you're really trying to break him down, force him off that block, make it difficult on the catch, and, make him make decisions from that high post. Don't let him feel comfortable. Don't bait him into shooting that mid-range, but he can knock it down. Force him to make a decision, give the ball up. I would definitely attack his first dribble. Next, we have number 22, Sean McNeil. He's a 6'3" guard. He's averaging about 10 points per game. He had a slow game in Oklahoma State, but he's definitely one of their shooters. He's looking to shoot from wherever. Here he gets on off early in the shot clock, and he's also, he does everything else for them. He's defensive. He does the little things. He usually covers a solid player, but here he knocks down a 3 in the corner. And yeah, look, like I said, he really looking to get the threes up. Number 11, Emmitt Matthews Jr. He's 6'7" forward, 8 points per game, 4 rebounds. Really long and athletic. I think he covers one of the best players. He may have been matched up on Cade Cunningham last night, but he's really athletic. As you see, he gets up twice right here. But on offense, he kind of, he just gets his buckets here and there. He's not looking to score too much, but, he gets out in transition. Number 2, Jalen Bridges. He's a freshman, 6'7" forward. You haven't seen much action from him, but he has started twice since Oscar got transferred, removed from the program. He's looking to shoot the 3, and he's kind of, just there. I think he's just trying to figure it out as a freshman. He will pull from anywhere and get some in D. Yeah. Number 12, Taz Sherman is their 6th man. He's just a prolific scorer off the bench. It doesn't look like he's doing anything else besides getting the ball in the basket. Here he shoots a 3. He's shooting really well from 3, I believe, close to 40%, and he's getting a lot of them up. They got him in transition twice. You're about to see, and he really was part of the reason why he kept him in the game. Between Culver and McBride, Sherman really carried the load. I believe he had 20, and those 3 combined for about 63 of their points. They got to about 80. Next is number 3, Gabe Osabuian, 6'7" forward. He's kind of their garbage man. He doesn't score much, but he cleans up the rebounds and, it really moves the ball. But in this one clip here, he really looked uncomfortable when pressured. Number 5, Jordan McGabe. He's their 6-foot backup point guard. Doesn't do much, but handles the ball really well. It looks like he's just trying to get everybody involved and get the offense going. And he fills minimal minutes, but he's definitely talented with the ball and looking to push. I think he'll see an increase in minutes. He's a junior, and I would be definitely want to check him, take note, try to pressure him, but he can use his dribble to get by you. Just doesn't look too aggressive at the moment. I'm not sure if he's not really that involved in the offense or what's going on there. Next is Kedrian Johnson, 6'3" guard. He actually had a pretty solid game against Oklahoma State. Usually he only had 1.6 points per game, a few rebounds. But he looks super aggressive and athletic, but as you see there, he's hustling for a board and then attacks the rim, finishes. But he looks a little out of control. I think somebody you can definitely step in and take charge from. It's pretty predictable, and he will shoot the 3. These guys are looking to get out in transition. Press Virginia is what they're called. They really will make you work on defense, and then it looks like they want to just get out and run. Big 12 basketball is usually a track meet, but these guys are really trying to get out and run. Even off makes, they're just pushing up the floor. If they can catch you, the defense not ready, that's what they're going to try and do. And they've got the guys to do it between Sherman, McBride, and finding Culver in the right spot. I would really focus on trying to not let McBride dictate the rest of the course of this game. And same thing, you don't want to let Sherman get hot, and you don't want to let Culver just have his day down low. So if you make it difficult for those three guys, it should be smooth sailing, because these other guys in West Virginia are really unproven and not really looking to score as much. So you just want to limit them in transition. That's definitely where they get a lot of their points. Here's a few of their sets they ran against man-to-man, even though Oklahoma State played zone a lot. I showed this one earlier. McNeil screens for Culver. They bring it back to the top to kind of isolate him. So he sets 1 for 2 here. And he's trying to get that ISO on the block to finish, and they did a good job. They're going to try and feed him because he's kind of he's their main big. Here they just have, classic pick and roll with the 4 guard kind of popping up. But as you see, he picked up his dribble and got pressured hard if they don't have anything to do. Same set here. They just pressure the ball. He runs into a charge. Some zone sets. It looked like Oklahoma State was running a 2-3 extended matchup, and it really made it difficult when McBride wasn't in the game for West Virginia, and that's why they were struggling a lot. But they'll look to just kind of flash high post and get that duck, like the typical X offense against a 2-3. Not too many guys really want to shoot that mid-range. Even the one time Culver took it and made it, he looked uncomfortable. But, and here they're running it. Sometimes they'll have the guy go corner. Sometimes they'll have him go short corner. It's nothing crazy, but if you looking to play zone, you can definitely get out and pressure these guys and make them make an early decision. They are relentless on the offensive glass, so that is really what kept them in this game in the first half when their offense wasn't working and they weren't hitting shots. Culver especially, but even the other guys, they're really just down there crashing hard every single play between McNeil, Matthews, and Asabuin. You really got to block out if you want to beat this team. They're athletic. They're gonna go hard. That's what they do. Defense to offense, and they're gonna get those extra possessions. Like I said, they're pretty active on defense. They are known as Press Virginia. They will cover man court and trap, full court, But outside of that, they rotate really well. Active hands, as you can see here from McBride. And they're just always there for each other. They communicate really well. There are a few mishaps here and there throughout the game, but that's what happens when you're moving so fast. But this team's really trying to make you work. They're trying to work the shot clock. They're aggressive in the passing lanes, but I wouldn't say undisciplined. And as you can see here, they rotate really well, making some very difficult passes happen. Help immediately on Cunningham. Rotate really far. Lays out. They're the first to the floor. They're well coached, and they bring effort, and they're looking to get out and transition immediately after. Here's a couple out of bounds underplays they're looking at. It's really just Oklahoma State was running a zone against them, so they were just flashing to the open spot as they were setting a screen there. They got 22 here. Here again, this was man, but it looked like 2 was worried about Culver, and Culver flashes there. Just, I would definitely try to block that out. But in terms of weaknesses, I'd really try to take advantage of their transition defense. It looks like they were not doing a great job of matching up or communicating early, and they were able to get matchups and get into the right spot. Culver tends to look a little uncomfortable when pushed off the block and around that mid-range area. I would definitely try to make him put the ball on the floor and make him move rather than a clean post touch. They front the post, as you can see there, so if you can get some off-ball distraction on the weak side, you might be able to sneak a high post or low post entry with no help if they're fronting. Like I said, McBride was really not involved in the first half, which caused these guards to have to step up, and they weren't really ready for the task. So if you can make these guards beat you outside of McBride, that would be the goal. Get him in foul trouble or just try to take him out of the game, throw a weird defense at him. Here they are miscommunicating in transition again. But definitely make Culver uncomfortable. They made him make a couple moves, went to his left hand, didn't go in. And he's also a bad free throw shooter. If you want to kind of play hack-a-shack, there's miscommunication. But good luck, and you can connect with me with the contacts there. And